we're not going to dump him the ball and let him go to work. That's just not going to happen under Luke Walton. It's going to be the guards. It's going to be Ingram. Everybody but you. So you got to be willing to play that Andrew Bogut role, which I don't think he's going to be willing to do, because we're not going to stop the whole offense and dump it down to him and let him go to work. That's just not going to happen.
And as far as the winners in the NBA draft, I'll pluck 5. You can pick 5 of your own if you don't agree. I have Philly and LA definitely winning, because if you have the number 1 and number 2 overall pick, you should be projected as the winners of the draft.
Yeah, that's true.
That's just point blank, period. I have Minnesota because Dunn was my favorite player coming out of collegiate. I have the Bulls because I really like both of their picks. Denzel Valentine, 6'5" guard. Izzo, the coach of Michigan State, actually said he can play point guard.
Yeah.
He has the skill set. I mean, he's an excellent passer. Draymond Green is his mentor.
Yeah.
And Draymond went on the record as saying he's the guard version of me.
He had a lot of triple doubles at Michigan State, so I agree with that. Like you said, he's a smaller Draymond. I mean, he can't play the power forward unless he bulk up a little bit. But like you said, he's a guard version of Draymond. So and y'all need a guard.
We needed a guard, and that way we can throw Jimmy back to the small forward position. But another pick that nobody's going to talk about, but I've did extensive research on the Bulls pick, was their second round pick, Zisper, out of Germany. Okay. He reminds me of Andreas Nocioni. I don't know if you remember him.
Noach, yeah.
I love Noach. He's an athletic wing.
G.
He can shoot. He can defend. He has a very quick first step.
Yeah.
And the Chicago Bulls, granted, I know a lot of you guys don't agree with the trades that are happening, but from a foreign scouting department, they've been hitting home runs. Think about it. Nocioni. Mirotic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's been
overseas drafts.
Omer Sheik.
Yeah,
who was close to an all-star center at one point in his life.
Yeah. He's over in New Orleans now.
Yeah, they do their due diligence on the in the forward market.
Yeah. Is he tough like Nooch? Is he certified G like Nocioni?
I don't know if he's a certified G, but the way he shoot, yes, Nooch was Ron Artest. He was the European Meta World Peace.
Yeah, he was.
I used to love. I love Nooch, man. Yeah. But he definitely has a very quick first step.
Yeah.
He can shoot the 3. He can defend. Very athletic for a European guy.
Okay.
Fran Fraschilla actually was saying that now the downfall is 2014 he had knee surgery.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what brought him back down in the draft. Fran Fraschilla said he thought it was going to be a top 20 pick. And teams just shied away because of the knee surgery in 2014. But my other winner is the San Antonio Spurs.
Okay, they always do good.
They got Dejounte Murray, point guard out of Washington, 6'5".
Yeah.
Don't know why he dropped that much. He was projected to be a lottery pick, or at least top 15.
Yeah.
Dropped down to San Antonio, they scooped him up. Now they have another tall point guard to go with the guy they drafted a few years back out of UCLA. I think he's 6'7".
Kyle Anderson.
Yeah, and he plays point guard. In the Popovich system, I think that was pretty much they came away winners.
Yeah, I agree with
any other teams that you would like to throw in?
I agree with that. Like you said, that's a pretty good list there.
Now, as far as the losers, which, hey, if they have winners, they absolutely have losers. Sacramento Kings. And to quote Boogie Cousins' tweet after they traded down from the 8th pick to the 13th pick.
Yeah.
Lord, give me the strength.
I just don't know what they're doing. Like, the only thing I can think of, why they keep drafting centers and power forwards.
They drafted, what is his name?
I don't know.
Papagiannis?
I can't even pronounce it.
Center from Greece.
They got
you just drafted Willie Cauley-Stein.
And you have Boogie Cousins.
And you got Boogie Cousins.
Like,
why are you trading down to draft another?
Only thing I can think of is they're going to trade Cousins. That's the only thing. They're looking for his replacement.
I thought about that.
That's the only thing I can think of.
As a possibility of what other way would you draft centers 2 years in a row?
You're looking for the replacement. Like you said, what's the 2 guard there? He's
Sacramento.
Yeah. What's his name? He's pretty much that. Like he's
shooting
not the
guard
starter.
from Kansas.
Yeah,
I forgot his name.
He's just you didn't try it. He's not a starter. I want Ben something. McLemore. Yes, McLemore is not a starter. Stop it. Get you another 2 guard. You had what's his face, the white guy. Too. They traded to Philly. Stauskas.
Yeah,
like
or something like
you
that.
You had Stauskas. You had McLemore. It didn't work. You need a guard. You don't have Rondo's leaving. Rondo's not coming back.
Rondo's out the door.
Rondo's gone. You got Rudy Gay and you got Cousins, pretty much. And that's it. And then they traded Bellinelli, I believe.
Yeah, they traded him to Charlotte for that pick.
Traded for Bellinelli. You don't have any guards whatsoever to speak of. You want to start a D-leaguer? Or are you just going to let McLemore keep starting when he's not an NBA starter? Like,
I don't know what Sacramento's doing.
Like you said, they're going to trade, but they got to trade Cousins.
But they are so much in love with Boogie Cousins. I don't think he's going anywhere.
He's not in love with them. And that's the only thing that makes sense. Why are you have an all-star center. Why are you drafting backups with lottery picks? Do you think he's going to back up your all-star with a lottery pick?
I don't know what the concept is. Another loser, which we're not going to dwell into too much because we're going to talk about them towards the end of the show, but I have my Bulls also as the losers. The fact that they traded Derrick Rose and tried to trade Jimmy Butler.
I don't think they were trying to trade Jimmy. They probably had it out there. And if somebody would have been
according to Gar Forman, they were not actively pursuing the trade, but they were listening to calls.
You always listen.
But contrary to reports, they were inches away of trading him to Minnesota.
For what?
Well, this was the deal. Minnesota offered Ricky Rubio as the number 5 overall pick.
No.
Chicago said absolutely not. But we will take... That would be suffice, but no, they didn't even take that. The trade that the Bulls counteracted was, okay, we'll give you Jimmy, but I need the number 5 overall pick, Rubio, and Levine. And Minnesota said, nope.
I got to get Wiggins.
I would have took Wiggins.
Yeah.
But they didn't even go for that. They all asked for Levine, and Minnesota.
Still not a fair trade, but
Minnesota shot it down. And so, lo and behold, and I'm thank God, man, just build a team around Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, they were listening. Like if Sacramento called you and said, hey, we'll give you Cousins for Butler, you got to listen to that.
I might actually take
Exactly. Like you listen.
I think I would pull that trigger.
Yeah, but like Minnesota, I'm not giving you that pick. I wouldn't even counteroffer. That counteroffer was trash.
I thought Boston was a loser.
The Boston Patriots with their 8th round draft picks.
You come into the draft with 1 million draft picks, and you come away with absolutely nothing.
I don't know. Boston, like, they thought it was the NFL.
They tried their best to trade. Yeah,
53-man roster.
Nobody wants draft picks like that in the NBA. So, it's not that valuable.
So in the summer league, they're going to have 80 guys. They're going to have to trim that down to 70 come August. And in training camp, they'll have about 53-man roster, going forward, there. So
I also thought the Toronto Raptors came up as a loser. They draft the center. You have a starting center in place. And also you have Bismack Biyombo as your backup center.
Yeah, I mean...
But you draft the center, and with the possibility that DeRozan can walk.
Yeah.
I know they did say, I read an ESPN report that...
He's not negotiating.
He's not negotiating with any other teams. But what if all fails and he walks?
It's hard for me to say a playoff team was a loser in the draft because... Like you said, Toronto, Boston, they won 48. I think, Raptors won almost 50, 49, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to call them a loser because, they got almost won 50 games or 50-plus games. So it's kind of like they're just reaching and taking the best available, maybe.
Loser. Reminds me of the Detroit Pistons when they could have drafted Carmelo Anthony.
They still won the ring. So it's kind of hard to call.
How many other rings could they won with Melo? Yeah, but then again, it's Melo. They could have not won any.
Wow.
We'll get to that goof later. Steals of the draft. I thought Memphis was very smart with drafting Wade Baldwin.
I don't like him. He's kind of like...
Conley's gone.
I mean...
They needed a point guard.
He's very Jordan Clarkson-ish.
Jordan Clarkson is solid.
He is.
Serviceable.
He is. But I don't know if I would have took him that high, though. But, if you redid that draft, Clarkson definitely wouldn't be a second-round pick nowadays. He probably would be a lottery pick. Right. But he's very, he's okay. Yeah. But I don't know, is he gonna get all that playing? Because Clarkson, when he started playing for us, it was just go out and do what you do because we don't have anything else.
Baldwin's gonna start. They have a hole.
Yeah.
Conley is out the door. He's not coming back to Memphis. So they have a glaring hole at the point guard position. He's gonna get his time.
He needs playing. If he gets playing time and can develop like Clarkson, then I get it. But if you're not just gonna let him go out there and make mistakes and learn the game, then that was a little bit of a reach.
Right. I thought San Antonio with Murray, it was definitely a steal. Cleveland got a point guard by the name of Kay Fiedler out of Oakland.
Bye, Dellavedova.
Dellavedova's not getting playing time over this kid.
He's a free agent. He's not going to sign him.
He's not coming back.
No, they're not going to sign him.
So he's out the door.
Pretty much, yeah. He's
this dude play for reminds me of Eric Bledsoe.
Oh, wow.
I was reading an article yesterday. His coach, now I know it's his coach, so he's going to make outrageous assumptions, but he said he's a point guard version of Dominique Wilkins.
Oh, wow.
That's how high this kid is. He was in the slam dunk contest. Dude got ups.
Didn't Damian Lillard went to Oakland, right? Or was it Oakland? Or he's from Oakland.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I don't think he went to Oakland, but okay.
Came out of. But to me, that's a steal. The Bucks with Thon Maker.
Reach of reaches. The reach of all reaches.
I love the potential.
That man off of a mixtape.
I love the potential.
It's a mixtape. And he's like 27. You don't know how old this guy is.
He's 17.
He's definitely not 19, like they say.
He's 19.
This guy's 24 at least. So you drafted this 24-year-old playing against.
They saw his birth certificate.
Doctored. 16, 17-year-olds. Yeah. His mixtape should look amazing.
You don't see the upside in this kid?
I mean, if he's 24.
I love it.
If he's 24,
he's going to go to school. If he went to school, it'll just be for 1 year.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
I'm not taking him that high. You probably, because like you said, those reports came out. Is he really 19? So he was dropping.
He's probably 29. But I'm just saying.
Exactly.
I think the guy, him and the Greek Freak. Man. And he's not going to start immediately. I mean, he's definitely not going to start over Monroe or power forward that came out of Duke.
This year?
A couple years back. He starts for them.
Now? Or
from Chicago.
Yeah. My man,
how did I forget his name?
He's from I forgot. Jabari Parker.
Yeah, you're the Duke fan.
I know, right? You say he's a small forward to me. You said power forward.
He plays power forward.
Emil Jefferson or Plumlee? What are you talking about? Okay. Yeah, okay. Jabari.
Yeah, he's not going to start over Jabari. He's definitely not going to start over Monroe. But they are thinking about trading. They do not like Monroe.
He doesn't fit. I don't know why he went there. That was just dumb.
And plus, you have Henson over there. Yeah. So Thon Makers is probably going to sit and develop.
They swung for the fences, and he could be good. He could be just trash of all trash. I'm not going number 10 with that.
Oklahoma City with Sabonis.
Yeah, and,
I love
it. Yeah,
I love it. Which we're gonna go ahead and pick it up on the NBA trades to get everything wrapped up on the show. There were 3 big trades that happened right before the draft. Number 1, which I thought was significant, the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Orlando Magic they raped Orlando with this trade. They got Victor Oladipo, Ersan Ilyasova, who was a starter at one point, and the 11th overall pick, which turned into Sabonis. For Serge Ibaka? That's not fair.
I mean, I guess Orlando really, really likes Serge, and he's going to be the face of the franchise. That's all I can say.
Yeah, he's the star in Orlando. At this point,
I mean, they already have the Aaron Gordon guy. He plays power forward.
I guess Serge is going to play center.
West
maybe.
Ball, I guess. But Oladipo, he'll take the ball out of Russ's hands. So Russ always won't have the ball because Oladipo
is a squad in OKC if Durant returns.
Yeah, because Oladipo can pretty much play the point. He can play point. He can play 2. So Russell won't have the ball in his hands all the time. So he can kind of play off the ball. Do things like that. I like that. Sabonis, he's a tough kid. I remember Duke. We played Gonzaga when we won the championship. And he was tough. He played Okafor really tough. Okafor struggled against Gonzaga, and it was because of him.